Somebody says that you sound ridiculous when you breathe out from your vape and talk into the microphone.
I don't think that's true. I think everybody lives a normal life as they see fit.
Oh, that's so weird. It's almost like helium, but not.
But the opposite of helium. It's kind of like the Darth Vader voice, but not.
It's a millennial Darth Vader, yeah.
Millennial Darth
definitely
Vader.
Make a
That's
cool
a
villain off of this.
disgusting name.
Thank you for joining us.
Is this this is the one, right? That's the one you've been working with for a while?
That's your favorite one.
Yeah.
And look at that pink juice in there.
Yeah, we got new juice.
Yeah. Juice.
These coils, I always burn them, and I'll take them off, and it's pure black. So I don't know what that's going to do for my health in the future.
Wait, you don't have to clean them? Or no, you get new coils.
You're supposed to clean them, but I'll get new coils.
And you don't clean them.
No, you don't clean the coils. You're supposed to clean the vape with vinegar or something. I just think it sounds gross.
And you just don't do that.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, I don't clean the Keurig. I don't clean my vape. I don't clean the fish tank.
You have to clean the Keurig. The fish tank is okay. The fish is fine.
Can you put a...
I just dump some vinegar.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to run vinegar
into
through
a
it.
fish tank?
Yeah.
No,
While it's in there.
into the coffee mug. The vinegar goes into the coffee mug, the Keurig, and the fish, leave it alone.
How do you even clean it? What's the point of cleaning a Keurig at that point?
Well, it has residue from its past.
How do you clean a fish?
Wipe it, scales.
Wipe it, scales.
Wait, have you ever heard of a plecostomus?
What?
Is that like an amputee?
No, it's like I hope some people know what it is before I say
Plecostomus.
A
Plecostomy.
A plecostomus is a algae eater fish.
Oh.
That, stick onto the
other
sides
fish
of
and
the,
eat your onto
I know
the
what you're talking about.
onto the tank.
Well, the issue
and eat
with
the
our
moss.
fish in that room is that it's very aggressive. So any fish that we put in it,
Spongy bobu.
So even an algae eater, because it's not really a fish. I mean,
it'll
algae
fuck
eater
it up.
is like, oh, that's a bummer.
immediately.
It'll fuck up anything that's alive, right?
Absolutely.
Does it
Cool.
want to do that?
No.
Oh.
It's really sad.
I
By the way,
know.
what episode is this?
This
35?
is episode 35.
It's 35,
Welcome,
right? Welcome back to
35.
Boys Only Club, episode 35. I'm Steven Suptic.
I'm Raina Scully.
And
Join today.
Steve Zaragoza.
Thank you so much for coming.
Two Steves are better than one.
Wait, it's episode 35.
Yes.
And I'm 35.
No fucking way.
When'd you turn?
In June.
Happy birthday.
Guys.
Happy
Did you invite me to your birthday?
Yeah, you came. You were there.
Where was it?
It was like a Dave and Buster's thing.
Oh, yeah. I came and said hi.
Yeah.
And then I left.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. Social outings.
You were there. It was nice.
You know what my favorite birthday you've had was?
What?
The one where it was at your house, I think in your backyard.
Back in the day.
That was the first time I ever hung out with any of you guys.
Oh my
outside of
god,
Alice.
I totally remember that.
And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I can't believe I'm a part of this. These are all my heroes.
It was pretty
Yeah.
Very
cool.
That
Jeremy
was,
was
when I
there.
was first dating Bree, and I was really excited about it.
Yeah, you were very happy.
Yeah,
you
I
were a
was.
super happy lad.
Yeah.
And you just came on for Super Panic Frenzy, and it was a very exciting
I
time
still
for
had that
everybody.
slicked old back.
Yeah, you still had
Yeah,
that.
the slick back Leo
Yeah,
hair.
Nelser
Leo DiCaprio
hair. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for.
It was like a little
It was Leo
dingle
DiCaprio.
right
I
here.
call it Leo
Yep.
DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Leo
and I
DiCaprio.
definitely felt undeserved when I was there. I was like,
You felt like you
these
didn't
people.
belong?
Yeah, actually, I felt that with the
Why?
entirety of SourceFed.
Aw.
Easily.
Wait, you know you had two sagas, right? You had the Super Panic Frenzy saga, and then you had a SourceFed saga, and then there was a gap in between.
The SourceFed saga was better because all the real talent had left. So it's like, so I didn't feel like there was. I mean, there was competition, but
You got to
everybody
start
was
fresh,
semi
though.
on the similar
Yeah.
level, with knowing how to do the news combined with
I
comedy.
didn't like how you guys were so before you were
Not as good.
SourceFed. I didn't like how you were not as good.
Yeah,
no,
it
I
was
didn't
a bummer for us,
I didn't
too.
like how when you guys were doing Super Panic Frenzy, it was so I feel like once Super Panic Frenzy happened, that's when they really started to go okay,
Dividing.
everyone divide now.
Yeah.
And once the divide happened, that was the downfall. I
So
feel like
it's true. I
Not
have
that we
a.
need to keep talking about this shit. And
No,
beat a dead
not at
horse.
all.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's
the
okay.
old days.
I mean, I do like nostalgia. I really loved SourceFed, and I feel like it's what made me. And I really, and there was definitely, I said it with Will's podcast, but there was a sweet spot where everything was going right. So and I remember that, and I loved that. So it doesn't it's not so bad for me.
Well, and I'll always say, no matter what comes out about Phil, he was always nice to me.
Same. Same.
I mean, I will always thank Phil for giving me that stage.
Yeah.
For sure. Like always. I will always be like, this is where I am, what I'm doing in my life is because of Phil, for sure. Like and not to say that like, you know, I'm not a talented person and it was only because of Phil that I'm talented. It was more like I might have found another avenue for my talent, but I'd be in a completely fucking different place.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck
Same.
I'd be.
And for the
Not
time,
for
it was
Phil, yeah.
perfect. Oh my God. Like, I remember 2011 SourceFed days. Like,
Yeah.
Like even though Phil
Shit was good.
didn't have really much of a hand in SourceFed when I was there,
Yeah.
or Super Panic Frenzy or anything, the fact that he made that to create
Yeah.
an opportunity for me to join that
for
is
fun.
how it got to this point, and I crashed my car.
yeah.
Let's bring
Oh,
out Phil right now.
So Phil's the reason I crashed.
right.
Oh, Phil's
Now
the
we
reason
know.
you crashed.
Now we know. The dark harboring secret.
I wanted to briefly touch on something we talked about a little bit before we came in here.
We were
It was a
having too much
conversation about
fun.
who we would be most devastated by if they came out with all these
yeah, we were
allegations.
talking
Who
about
you
this.
guys would be most devastated by?
Well, what's funny is last time we had the same conversation and we both said Louis C.K. and lo and behold, look at what happened this
Yeah,
week.
I know.
So
Holy
this
shit.
might not be a great idea.
also-
Be careful.
yeah, our wishes.
A little thinker, real quick. It's something that I'm semi worried about. Is that with all these allegations, and obviously I'm fully in support. I think that the shotgun effect of like just nailing everybody. I mean, it comes with some drawbacks though. One of which, remember when everybody just started calling everybody a racist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and now people are sort of desensitized to that.
Oh.
My worry is that people are going to become desensitized to allegations, which I don't know.
I mean, unfortunately, allegations have always been desensitized. Now that it's just out in the media and in front of everybody's face for everybody to judge, it's a little bit more apparent.
Well, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like racism is like I'm gonna tiptoe around this because it's like this could be.
But it's the
this is a
fucking
hot
funniest.
Racism's in the past.
The thing about racism is that I feel like there are countless racist people that are active members of society. That they're actually like I feel like I truly believe that a vast majority of like Trump supporters, you know, people, you know what I'm talking about. Like there's just this inherent racism that's just kind of ingrained in just cultural.
Now double back a second. You said all Trump supporters are racist?
Yes, every single one. No, but there's this inherent kind of like maybe it's like for a lack of, I don't know, it's regional, it's like where you grew up, it's your family, it's your lineage, it's whatever it is. But I feel like so because of that, I feel like the idea of being a racist is like, well, if you're a racist, you're still a functioning member of society. You're still like
I know
working
I am.
in factories and stuff.
I mean, now you look like one, so it's a little bit harder to hide.
Have you seen me bald yet? Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen you bald. When I came in, you were
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't-
Big hug.
Yeah. You have a big old hogue.
So you...
But no, what I'm trying to say is like the sexual assault stuff is like,
Not relatable?
I don't know. I don't think it's similar because it's like racism is such a, it's, even though it's hurtful and it's awful and it's a terrible thing, it's like racism is on the spectrum of evil, but I feel like sexual assault is like maybe a little bit more in the red.
Yeah. So racism is
Oh, you know what? I get that because sexual assault and sexual harassment
It's
it's
a real
It's a power
crime.
thing. It's
Yeah.
a result of.
But so
a
is
person's being-
racism.
but racism
Racism is
can
also
be a power thing.
Yeah.
Depending on
can
how they
be,
use
but
their
is it-
racism for evil or good.
Right.
Right.
So how I see it a little bit is like sexual assault is straight up a crime, possibly a violent crime. No, a violent crime.
Yeah.
Whereas being racist is a little bit more of a
so
thought crime.
It's sort of like being a racist is like being a pedophile. Like you can't. Oh, this camera.
Well, it kind of,
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh no, I'm just an idiot.
Oh, I did hear it though.
Did you have a panic attack?
Yeah. A little
Wait,
bit.
do we need a timer
No,
though? Because we don't have
we're-
any way of finding out.
We should be good. So racism, in a way, is like being a pedophile because you can't charge someone for being a pedophile unless they act on those beliefs.
Racism is like being the best pedophile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Among all the types of pedophiles.
You can arrest
Like,
someone for
of
molesting somebody, but
pedophiles.
you can't arrest somebody for being a pedophile, simply being a pedophile, right?
Yeah.
You can arrest someone for being a pedophile.
Just a pedophile.
Depending on their actions.
Well, depending on what data they have
to
on
do
their
something, and a racist
computer.
would have to do something.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
If someone came to you and said, "Steve, I'm a pedophile," but I've never acted on it.
Yeah.
They
You're hired.
Can't get arrested. They can't get arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's
But for
certainly the fear of what they're capable of.
Yeah, same with the racist.
Same with racist.
But a sexual assaulter has assaulted somebody. It's already a violent crime.
Here's the
So
thing.
tasty. You guys got to try it.
You know what? Here's the
talk to you guys
thing.
later.
I'm a big fucking idiot, and I there's no way I am any authority on any of this. Type
Same.
of
Over the past
discussion.
little while since SourceFed, and you become a little cucky, right?
I'm a cuck now.
So what were you
yeah.
before the cuck phase?
I was like
Pre-cuck.
I was a cuck.
So you've always had sort of like a cuck.
I've always had a cuck in me, but it's only till recently that I've gotten money for it.
What made you become full cuck?
Well, it's. I think it was the act of watching someone have sex with my wife.
What did you feel in that moment?
Why didn't it just end there?
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, I thought it was gonna get silent
what
and
else
then
do you
more
need
stuff
from
would
it? I mean, no, it's like so I'm kind of an idiot, and so anything I'm saying about like this stuff is in no way an authoritative. Like this is what this is. Like the fact of the matter is like here's the end of this. I feel like racism and sexual assault are bad. That's it.
Yeah,
They're bad.
that's a perfect statement.
I feel like my hope is that in 100 years, everyone will just become asexual somehow. So not only will we not have to worry about these kind of crimes, we'll never have to worry about being unproductive. That'd be a dream to never have like that inkling where you need to. Well, I guess then the whole species would die because.
Well, I would just want to be a
procreate.
robot, please.
I
What's so
wanna be a
wrong with
robot.
that? I want to be an android.
Okay, can we get back to who would be outed and it
Right,
would
right,
feel-
right.
Oh, and wait.
And
Okay,
then
so we
afterwards,
have.
animatronics and
Right.
the morality of raping them.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was our favorite subject. We talked a lot before.
We did talk
So-
a lot. We should have just been recording.
I
that.
know.
Steve
It was
Carell
more
before.
eloquent
Yeah,
for sure.
it was. Wait, so the first category is it's a bummer if they were to be outed. Not outed, but why that sounds horrible. But
Yeah.
it's a bummer if we found out and it happened to be true. Steve Carell's a big one.
Steve Carell, yeah.
Very, very big. and
Mine
very,
was Tom Hanks.
mine was Ricky
Right, right.
Gervais.
Yeah.
Very sad, all of them. If it were to be.
Mine already happened.
Oh, Louis C.K. I know.
I mean, you always heard those things like, I feel like I heard that in the past, or I saw something online where someone was like, yeah, he jerked off in front of me. It was like that information was.
Okay, I'm not
readily
going to lie.
available.
I thought that was a part of his stand-up. I
It
think
is.
in one of his stand-ups, he
Yeah.
literally talks about
Well,
it.
people
So-
are. There's an article about like his past stand-up routines that are like that allude to his behavior, his like terrible behavior.
and he's just joking about
think
it.
about
So
his
we're all
apology?
like,
Oh man,
No.
I don't know.
He had
I think the thing is like, fuck. I don't think there's any way for a huge celebrity like that to apologize, and
Where
have
it would
like
be-
the perfect way to apologize.
No, there is
Yeah.
no way. I think he did. I mean, I'm not trying to give him credit. What he did was incredibly wrong. Although it wasn't illegal. Can you believe that?
it's not illegal to
He
whip
asked
out your.
yes he asked if he could do it before he did it for every single person, and they each said yes. But I mean, their argument is that it was from a place of power, and they felt like they had to. which
yeah.
But it wasn't illegal exactly. So that's an interesting thing.
It's not illegal. It's just terrible.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
And his apology was very succinct, and it like he didn't blame anybody besides himself, unlike Kevin Spacey or
Kevin
just
Spacey
flat out
fucked
deny
up.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's gay, so it makes sense.
Well, yeah. What are you going to do?
So I think the interesting thing for Louis C.K., depending on the future of his career, is whether or not more people come out, because he had people in his most recent allegation was from, I want to say 5 years, so people can assume, or at least give him the benefit of the doubt, which I don't know if you should, that he may have changed in those years. But if someone comes out from like very recently and pledges allegiance to him, has allegations against
Just
him,
flat.
then
Pledges
I think that's going to be a different story. I think the rest of his career is probably kaput.
I think so too. And kind of taking it back a little bit, like the apology. It was interesting. Like I was reading the apology, and then like I was reading people's comments on it, and it's been picked apart like it's a college thesis that everyone has to like pick apart the like every little minute.
They're peer reviewing it.
Yeah.
They are kind of like peer reviewing it, and it's fine, like because it is so shocking, and he's a public figure, and this is a very public thing. So obviously, the nitpicky like dissection of it is fine. It's just you get to a point where like most people, like most responses to it are, "Oh, you're only sorry because you got caught."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what else can you do? Like, it's like, I'm not trying to defend him in any
No,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a piece of shit. But it's like, you know, if he's outed and he doesn't say anything, then he's a piece of shit. if he's outed and he does say something, he's a piece of shit.
And you can't feel sorry for him because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because he's a piece of shit. So it's almost like it's not a constructive argument
It's
to say
not.
like, yeah, that
But
yeah.
That's kind of the curse you put on yourself, though, right? That you have no way out. I mean, it sucks that like it is on the line of if you are caught, then all these bad things will happen. But I guess that's kind of the point. Like it's almost like its own karma ecosystem, you know? Like you know that everything is going to shut down if it goes out.
There's
publicly.
even a subreddit called the Weinstein Effect, and it shows all the allegations that are coming out for every single person.
Ooh, and it's like documenting it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I kind of
Wow,
like
the
that.
Weinstein effect.
I like it.
I just learned that there's this kind of offshoots into something else, but I just learned that there's like a Yelp for places you've worked. And like and you can like review like how shitty the place was.
Glassdoor?
And how Glassdoor.
Oh, you do? Oh, I was joking.
I didn't
It
know
really
that.
is. Oh,
I didn't know.
I knew about it when I was in college because I wanted to know how much like kids were making, like how much
Yeah.
it makes sense to ask for and stuff. And then I didn't know what to base it off
Do they
of.
talk about that on there?
No, what they just look at, I just looked at their salaries and like what like entry level things are paid and like what hits the.
That was LinkedIn.
No. Glassdoor is like a little bit, honestly, it's a little bit like shittier because like people are really, really honest nowadays and they really talk shit. Like they act,
Right.
or not talk shit, but they really definitely tell you what was wrong with the place
Wow, if
and
I was
they
hiring, I
air
would
their
definitely
grievances.
see if they have an account on there.
I
and see
mean,
if they-
that's the thing. It's like someone was just telling me because I was doing stuff at Nerdist this whole last week,
Mm.
which was fucking awesome. I loved it. And someone who was there who also worked at like Machinima and things like that was telling me about a company that I won't name and saying that they worked there and that like it was an awful place to work. And I was like, it really surprised
Maker.
me. Well, it wasn't Maker. Maker's like one of those ones where like it seems like it was an awful place to work. But no, they
This was a surprise.
Probably great before
it
Disney.
completely surprised me, and I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." And then she went on to say that like most of these people are gone and they're all doing their own things now. But like you can totally read up about the details of these things on Glassdoor, and I haven't looked into it yet. But this sounds fascinating.
I wonder
Yeah.
if there are any on SourceFed.
There probably
question.
are on Discovery, by the way. San Francisco companies are especially on there. Excuse me. They're like especially used on there.
Oh, because they're cuckier than anyone.
Oh, yeah.
The
The cookiest. The cookiest.
Absolutely.
Favorite. But yeah, that's so interesting that Glassdoor would turn into this. When I was younger, I just used it as like a really resourceful thing. Like it was also for like hourly jobs, you know, like, oh, if I'm a waiter of this much experience, like, and I want to go to this restaurant, I wonder how much I should ask for, you know, like it was like a useful thing. Now it's like, this company is bullshit.
Yeah,
They took
but
my
I mean,
soul.
But it's great I think it's great that exists.
Oh yeah, it's so useful.
Yeah, because now you can kind of just look into places before you go. Because like, you know, it's interesting because like in this particular industry, and I'm sure it's the same for so many other industries also, there's like places where on the outside you look at it and you think like, wow, that must be the best fucking place in the world to work.
yeah.
Everyone looks like they're having fun and a great time, but then like in reality there's all sorts of terrible problems and shit going on the inside.
Yeah.
But you know, this kind of gives you that insight into that. And I think that is it's a good resource. It's a
Definitely
good
speaks
resource.
to the strange work environment that millennials have because in the past there was always like I was reading a study on it, baby boomers and generations after the millennials or before would never job hop. They would stay to one job for security. They valued
Forever.
security more
And
than
comfort.
millennials value than millennials. Millennials value not stability.
No,
Surprisingly.
it's FOMO.
Instability.
It's still very deeply ingrained in FOMO. They want the next best
They
thing.
job hop and it works out for them. Like,
Yeah.
that's the new thing. I
Well, they
guess.
won't like die just by not being employed for a month or two. You know, like you can do it. And also it's a little bit of like, it's not pretension, but it's kind of finally realizing what your worth is. Like,
There's a danger to that.
there is a danger to that with power, with
us
great
about
power. Well, I mean, I have no personal story. This is probably going to sound very strange right now.
Did you just come out of every speaker?
I think so. I have so much power. Now I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about millennials and job hopping.
And Louis C.K.
And Louis C.K.
But
This
before
is
we
so
do any more
confusing and
talking,
sad. Yes.
I'm going to stop the cameras for a hot mid-roll, bitch.
I watched so many movies this week. I hope you're proud of me. I watched Alien and Aliens.
What?
Is that your first time
Wait,
seeing
for
them?
the first time?
No,
Oh,
no. But wait, I have a really stupid story.
Tell me.
Okay, so
Tell me.
when I was younger, I was afraid of Alien,
As you should
Aliens,
be.
everything, Alien Resurrection. By the time Alien Resurrection came out, I think that's like 97 or something. That's when Independence Day came out, and my dad showed, or like around around the time. My dad showed both of them to me, and I was very confused as to which one was what. And
What?
and so I thought they were both like really
I love
horrifying
Alien
movies.
Resurrection. I love it.
You know what? I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Oh, that was not smooth at all. But yeah,
I thought it was not smooth.
I thought it was everything it needed to be.
yeah, it was exactly
It
you.
wasn't. And it wasn't. Oh no, that. Oh, I was talking about Alien Resurrection.
Oh,
I was talking about
I
that
haven't seen
movie.
Resurrection again
you
yet
like
as an
Resurrection?
adult.
I don't hate it.
Wait,
I thought it was.
definitely like
I thought
a
I knew what it
wacky-
was. Just
Wait,
like how
what's-
Riverdale knows what it
It's
is.
directed by a wacky French man.
Yeah. What has he done before? Didn't he
Jean-Pierre
do?
Jeunet, he did Amelie. He
Did he
did
do Leon the Professional?
Oh.
No, that's
Amelie. Okay, I never saw that.
fuck. Oh,
How's
no, I
Alien
can't remember.
3?
It's
Oh,
a David
it's-
Fincher film,
yeah.
but
That one I've never seen ever in my life ever.
it's
I
the
mean-
David Fincher film I didn't think he did right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Does
well,
it? Do I
it's-
need to see
it's-
it at all for
it's-
anything to make sense?
Don't see
Okay.
it.
No.
Don't
Because
see it.
now I
Unless
don't
you want
remember.
an actual sequel to Aliens, because it's actually a sequel to
But
Aliens.
aren't they disregarding it as canon now? Or they're saying it's
Which
not
would be
canon?
weird, because they
Does it pick off right
Dude, it
after? Just like
does,
the way
yeah.
Aliens picked up right after.
yeah,
Alien?
but then they go like, nah, forget it.
I'm not even going to go into it because I feel like I've talked about it countless times. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
disappointed that Neil Blomkamp didn't do
I
an
know.
Alien movie. I'm so disappointed.
See, that's where they were gonna ignore the
that
Aliens.
Yeah, and they
Chappie
should
in
have.
District 9, right?
District
Chappie.
9, yeah, Chappie.
Yeah.
By the way, I love Neil Blomkamp, or I thought I do, or
He hasn't
thought
done
I did.
anything.
Chappie sucked.
But like, honestly, his only good movie is fucking
District
District
9.
9.
Oh, how was Chappie? I've never seen it.
not
Bad.
good.
Oh,
Elysium
really?
also bad.
Elysium's bad.
Oh, well then good that he didn't.
He's
He
doing
should
a
have
really
just-
interesting thing right now. Funhouse actually had
Oh,
an interview
yeah.
with him where he's got his own studio. They're making short films and they're releasing them. I don't know if they're on demand
They're
or if
digitally, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a really cool
Cool.
concept. They're really well made. They're really interesting. And he's also doing this thing where for aspiring like 3G CG artists, he'll be making like a library, a portfolio for different assets that they can have.
Interesting.
And that's his like big thing right now. It's really,
I
really
did know he was
commendable.
doing that, but I didn't know about the assets.
I would love to talk to Neil Blomkamp just for like 20
Yeah,
years.
it's pretty dope. I also saw War of the Planet of the Apes.
And
I loved it.
Yeah, it's
but that's
great.
because I'm
I
a
ain't
fan.
seen it.
yeah, it's great.
I love the Planet of the Apes franchise. That's like
too.
maybe my favorite, one of my favorites.
Do you like Winter Murder Mysteries?
What?
Do you like Winter Murder Mysteries?
I like. Yeah,
I
sure.
finally saw
Is
Wind
that a
River.
genre that-
What's that? Wind River.
Wind River. Yeah, it's with Jeremy. Who's the guy from The Hurt Locker? Jeremy. He's also from Avengers. He plays the Needle Arrow.
Oh yeah.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you know who Hawkeye is.
No.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, hot
from
guy.
the Avengers.
Hot guy.
From the Avengers.
Hot guy.
Hawkeye.
I don't know
Right,
why I
the
can't
hot
think of
guy.
his name, and everyone's
Jeremy
frustrated,
Renner.
right? Jeremy.
Oh yeah, of course.
So Wind River is a winter murder mystery. It's a lot. It's reminiscent of
Is
like
Winter Murder
Mystery.
Mystery.
A
Al
category?
Pacino in that winter murder mystery.
Stop saying it.
We all know Al Pacino's murder mystery, right? In the winter.
The Winter
Dreamcatcher is a winter murder
mystery. No, it's not. It's just like fucking.
I love Dreamcatcher.
Me
Do you
too.
really
That
like
like freaked me out
Dreamcatcher?
as a kid, dude. The bloody bathroom scene. I was like,
Yeah, when he comes out of his butt.
Yeah,
I couldn't, like, deal
and
with
eats
that.
everyone through the mouth.
Did you know that kids on bikes is a genre? No. Talking about? Yeah.
oh, like Stranger Things.
Yeah. And
Kids on
E.T. and
bikes.
like, yeah, they call them kids on
And
bikes.
do they always like run on railroads? Because
I
that's
think
always
it's
a thing. It's a stand by me thing, isn't
Super
it?
8.
Yeah.
And also, it can be considered
Yeah,
kids on
Super
bikes.
8 is a movie that I wish was received better because it's
I
so
wish it
fucking
was
good.
good.
What's Super
I
8?
loved it.
I
I
need
mean,
to
it was
see
an
it
ET
again.
ripoff, but
It's J.J. Abrams'
I-
like Spielberg attempt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds great,
Yeah, check it out.
but it's not
I haven't
good.
seen it since. It
when's the
came out.
last
I
time
was really
Spielberg?
disappointed.
Oh, let's talk about Oscars. When's the last time Spielberg was ever nominated for anything?
The Lincoln movie.
That was a long time ago, right?
Oh,
no,
Vampire
what about
Hunter.
the one, The Bridge of Spies or whatever? Was he nominated
Oh
for that?
yeah, he may have been.
That was recent.
Oh, also, he's a movie called The Post is coming out that he's directing, and it's
Is it scary?
no.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's got Tom Hanks in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Tom
Meryl
Hanks is
Streep.
somebody you don't want.
Don't want to be pleased. Tom
Meryl Streep would be a
Hanks.
bummer too.
Meryl Streep would be a
There are a
total
lot
bummer.
of crazy Oscar
Meryl
contenders
Streep?
this year. Yeah,
Oh,
Meryl
that would
Streep.
suck, yeah.
She's in that too.
Are you guys excited about Bad Moms Christmas?
No, I heard Big Daddy 2 or Daddy's Home 2 sucked.
Is Daddy's Home 2 the Will Ferrell
Yeah.
And Mark Wahlberg one.
Oh boy.
Heard it's the worst
What
thing
was
ever.
the first one good at all? Why are they
No,
even?
I mean, I don't know. There's a market for it.
Yeah,
I
and
feel like it's the
also
same people that
it's-
watch Paul Blart and
Well,
all kinds.
oh,
There's a Winter
probably.
Murder Mystery
Okay.
called Orient Express.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Winter Murder on the Orient
Dude,
Express.
Got it.
I was doing a comedy show last night, and on the like board of like upcoming events, there was a show called Murder on the Asian American Express because they didn't want to say Orient.
But that's different than Oriental. It's not even
Guys,
close to being offensive.
I've had this thing that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but it's probably the most offensive idea I have inside of me.
That's
Take your
okay.
pants off.
So it's a story of an Asian guy that goes back in time.
Oh
to
no,
the
I know
medieval
this. I know
times.
this. I know this. It's so bad.
I told you about this?
Yeah.
I can't say it. Only Raina can say
Okay.
it. But
Yes,
but
I'm sorry. Set the scene. I didn't mean to
so-
interrupt you.
It's an Asian boy. He's yay years old, and he finds this time machine. Travels all the way back into the past to medieval times and is confronted by an evil lord. It's a very simple, shallow story, and I think the title is a metaphor in many ways.
Wait, I forgot what it's in the this right. I can't. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it.
Well, okay, so nobody will hear it on camera, but
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
I'll say
whisper
it.
it. I'm gonna
I'll
whisper
say
it.
it. I'll say it.
Are you sure?
know it?
Yeah, I do know it. I just don't
So
know if I
picture
can
this.
say it.
Asian boy going
Chink
back
in my armor.
No, in
Chink
the armor.
In the armor. Sorry.
So that's,
Time traveling.
that's my one idea for back in 1990s. I could have probably done that.
In the 90s, you definitely could have done that.
Yeah.
Too late now. I'm surprised that's
It's not in my armor.
one in
It's
a
the
million.
armor.
in the armor because it's funnier.
Because it's like, yeah, it's a phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, have you ever seen Juan in a Million? Like a Mexican guy that wins $1 million.
Is that the one where they're in India and he's on that show where he wins $1 million?
Oh no, that's Slumdog Millionaire.
Millionaire.
Is it the one where?
It's not a winter
Is it the one with
mystery.
Sandra Bullock where she's a fighter?
It's not
I
miscongeniality.
believe that one's called The Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. I didn't like Baby Driver.
Yeah, same. I
Thank
like the
you.
beginning of it. I like the beginning of it a lot.
Yeah.
And the
I
action
haven't
was cool.
seen it. Wait, isn't it just nauseating?
No,
They ruined it for me because the coolest driving scene was in the beginning and they should have tapered it.
pretty much.
Oh,
I
interesting.
mean, it was. Yeah, I don't know. I'll never see it again now because of Kevin Spacey. I don't want to see that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or does
no.
Kevin Spacey's situation ruin Seven for you?
Dude, fucking Johnny Depp's bullshit ruined Johnny Depp for me. Ruined like every Johnny Depp thing.
What
for
was
me.
his bullshit?
His thing where he's like an abusive.
Oh,
he was,
yeah.
like, beating on what's her name?
That's interesting. So
Helena-
you don't separate the
no.
art from the artist.
It's hard. Yeah,
It
it's
is
hard for me too.
For actors, especially because they're on camera,
Yeah.
as opposed to like a director or something.
Who you don't see the face
you don't
of
see
Well, no, the
consistently.
director is a problem for me too, actually. But also because I'm like a movie nerd. I'm obsessed.
Do you
with
see Casey
directors and
Affleck
stuff.
movies?
No.
Do you see there's
Well,
so
dude,
many-
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen is a
Mel
no-go.
Gibson.
Woody
Yeah.
Allen's fucked.
He's so fucked. His legacy will be being a sexual pervert.
I hope so.
Yeah, it will. It will.
Same with Rosamund Pike.
And Weinstein.
Sorry, I meant Rosemary's Baby, the director.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Well, my brain doesn't work this.
You know who I'm
morning.
glad
Fuck.
died, but not. I'm glad that they died, but someone that died that I was like glad nothing came out before they died, or even after, hopefully.
Prince.
No, it's the the guy who was in Die Hard, the villain.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He also played Snape.
God damn it.
Oh.
Wow.
Richards, Alan Richards.
Alan Rickman.
Damn
Alan
it.
Rickman. Wow, my brain doesn't work this morning.
It's probably all the vape juice he's smoking
not
into
all
his
the
face.
vape.
it, Steve.
You want some?
I can't. It doesn't
Take
work.
a tiny puff, baby.
You need to take a longer break. Okay,
There you go.
okay.
You got
yeah,
it.
you
I
got it.
can't do it. If you do it,
Yeah,
do you do it?
sometimes.
You can do it.
I'm a
wanna do
little
it?
bit afraid of his. Is your mono gone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, I'm about to go to the mountains
It
for like
is.
4 days, and don't get me sick.
I have to go to Austin in 2 days, and
You're going to the mountains?
Don't get me
Going
sick.
to the mountains, yeah. I'm
Ooh,
doing
what
a
about
show.
me sick. Don't get me sick. Hey, I'm going to the mountains. Don't get me sick.
Where are you
And
going?
scene.
Oh, you, me, Ronnie Donnie Anye? What is that smell?
What just
It's a Kyle
happened?
Mooney bit on SNL.
Oh, right.
Where it's
No,
him
no,
trying
no.
to talk to Kevin Hart about comedy, and it's
Yeah.
like he's that shitty comic where he's like going up to like, Richie's like, "Where y'all off to? Playing basketball?"
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Kevin
yeah,
Hart's
yeah.
like, "What the fuck you just say, man?" And he's like, "We got to do this comedy show, man. You, me, Ronnie Donnie Anye." He's got a hot dog in his hand. Ronnie Donnie Anye does. He's like, "What is that smell?" And he like rolls his eyes, and it's so perfect.
I love him so much. Have you seen Brigsby Bear?
No, I heard it's.
You have to see it.
Is it really good?
It's so good.
What is
My
that?
movie's on the horizon right now, or the Florida Project.
Brigsby Bear.
Lady Bird, and
Brigsby
Brigsby Bear. I still
you
haven't
guys see
seen.
Killing of a Sacred Deer.
I've seen that.
Did you like it?
No, I didn't see that. That's the new Lobster movie, right?
Yeah.
Is it fucking amazing?
It's amazing. I loved it.
I love The
absolutely
Lobster.
loved it.
What's
yeah,
the
it's like The Lobster, but better.
Supposedly the main winner this year, everyone's predicting it. All the top predictors. Gary Oldman finally to win an Oscar for Best Actor for his role as Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's not out yet. It comes out January 1st.
Okay.
Which is weird because when are the Oscars?
Like a year from now.
Yeah.
Like.
So I've noticed a lot of Oscar movies are doing the same thing where they don't get released. I mean, normally you get a trailer or something at the beginning of the year,
Sure.
and then they'll release the movie, towards Oscar season. But now they're not even putting trailers out until Oscar season. Like Phantom Thread didn't get a trailer until recently. That movie was announced a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I think that one's been shrouded in secrecy also.
I'm also disappointed that that's the last movie that Daniel Day-Lewis is going to do.
I mean, we'll see.
Says.
The last movie.
But it's a story.
Patrick Stewart's retired 7 times already, I feel like.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart I don't care about as much.
Okay.
He's not as good of an actor as Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, I think when you're in the entertainment industry or when you're that high profile of an actor, there's no retiring. What do you do? What's fulfilling anymore?
Well, even Anthony Hopkins,
Oh yeah, he came back at Westworld. Was it his comeback?
and a fucking Transformers, the latest Transformers movie.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
he's in there.
He's one of the.
Why does he need money? Why does he need money? What is he doing?
It's not about money, man. It's
it's not,
got to
then
be.
why?
It's got to be they're bored. They got to get bored.
He'd be like, it's about your craft. It's about the craft. But it's fucking Transformers, dude.
It's not a
know
craft.
What? I think it's because he's
Craft.
even in Thor. He's in the new Thor movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
'cause
that's
he plays the god.
cool.
Right, but that makes sense to me because it's that's consistency and he probably signed a contract that's
Yeah.
you have to come back as this character or whatever. But
I heard the new Thor was great.
I liked it.
I heard it was one of the best Marvel movies.
I heard it was
It's
the
definitely
funniest.
The best Thor movie.
Oh well,
I
that's
hear
not
that.
hard.
Is it funny? I heard it was very funny.
Yeah, Taika
They do a lot of
Waititi
improv.
directed it. Do you know who Taika Waititi is?
No.
He directed What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh God, I haven't seen that movie and I want to so bad.
Oh my god!
I heard it's so funny.
Why
It's
haven't
the
you seen
what
it?
is it?
vampire documentary parody.
It's
What?
like
Wait,
Spinal
kinda-
Tap, but with vampires and the guys from Flight of the Conchords.
What?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be so
Wait, what's
funny.
it called?
It's called What We Do in the Shadows.
What
and
We Do in the
Guys,
Shadows.
can you please just come over to my house and let's
Yeah,
watch it?
let's watch a lot of
Please.
movies.
Wait, I want to do a movie night here too.
Can I show?
Yeah.
Let's do it here. Let's watch What We Do in the Shadows
yeah,
here.
that'd be so cool.
I'll bring it. I have a Blu-ray.
I need
That's
to get a
dope.
bigger TV,
You do. That TV's
but
not.
I need to get money first.
Well, this needs to.
We'll just
happen
all sit
sooner.
really close to
I
the
need
screen.
to show you guys What We Do in the Shadows sooner than when you need to set this up.
there we go.
And I want to
Yes,
see
please.
Creep too, the one that you
yeah.
showed us.
There's a movie on Netflix called Creep. It's actually pretty popular.
It's
They
so
just
good.
released
Duplass.
Creep
It's so
2.
good.
What's
I
that
love
even-
Mark
what's Creep
Duplass.
about on
Okay.
Netflix?
Go for it.
Oh, I don't want to. I can't.
Oh, yeah,
it's
don't-
easy.
don't- give me a-
We
yeah,
can't. We
don't,
can't. No,
don't.
because okay. So it's not found footage really, but it's got
It's a couple
that.
documenting their time together.
Okay, sure.
I've
pretty
seen
much.
part of it.
Okay, that's kind
I
of
just
all
didn't
you
know
need
it
to
was-
know.
But one of them, okay.
That's all the guys you need to be under to watch it because everything. Honestly, every 20 minutes something gets revealed, and that's the fun ride.
I like those
You-
Duplass
Yeah.
brothers.
So
you
on
want
my end of the
those,
Creep
love 'em.
spectrum, there's a movie called Creep that was released in 2004. It's a British movie, and it's a story of a woman missing the last train on the subway, and she gets locked into the subway, and it's her
In
story
the
of
tube.
her survival against a terrible thing down there. And it's so scary. I love it so much. It reminds me of The Descent in a lot of ways.
And you love
reminded me of The Descent
monsters.
when you showed me the trailer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love The Descent.
Yeah, so I thought that was the movie
loved
that everybody was like, holy shit about, and they released a second one of that, and I was so excited. And it
Lo and
wasn't Creep.
behold.
So you can't even find. I feel like that Creep was on Netflix before the new Creep, which is weird.
In 2004.
I would love it if you watch. So you didn't watch the Mark Duplass Creep, but
And
you
I watched the first
this
one, then I watched
Creep,
the second one,
But
like-
you watched the second
Second
Creep,
Creep.
and you're like, how far in do you think you?
Oh wait, you watched? You
no,
watched?
I'm just saying. What would you like?
Oh.
I was hoping that's what would happen.
When does it come out?
Like when do you? How far in do you think you watched the whole
What
thing?
is this movie? I'll watch the new Creeps.
The first one is
the
far,
Creeps?
in my opinion, as a story, the first one's far better than the second one, but the second one does not disappoint at all.
Guys, it's very. I don't like. I'm sorry. I'm going to be very pushy about this, but It's very. It means a lot to me. It would mean a lot to me to be the one to show you What We Do in the Shadows.
Ooh,
I
yes.
wouldn't want to have anyone else
It's
do
on my
it.
brain, and
Please,
I can't get
be
it
the
out of my
one.
brain now.
Please be the
like,
one.
it's-
Wait, what is it about?
Okay, it's about 3 vampires.
Okay.
Who live in a modern society, And it's like a documentary crew follows them around and follows around the lives of these 3 vampires.
It's amazing.
It's already
the trailer
great.
was great. I saw a couple scenes from it.
I'm telling you guys, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, we gotta watch it.
It's brilliant.
Did it get nominated for anything?
No, because it's like a small New Zealand, like it's like an independent film.
So is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, good point.
I watched an interview with also. Oh man, we've done a Stranger Things spoiler cast, right?
Yeah, we did a hella big one. We could talk more though, because we were.
That's
I don't
okay.
know.
This isn't
I'm about to work with Sean Astin.
Is that Finn Wolfguard?
No,
he's-
Sean Astin is.
Astin was the
Samwise
he's Bob.
Gamgee.
He was Bob. Yeah, I'm working with him this weekend.
That's amazing.
Next week.
How are you working with him? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, there's a
Is
web
it Disney?
series that I'm doing with the Tin Can Brothers called The Wayward Guide for the Untrained Eye, and it's basically like a bunch of like cool Pemberley people and a bunch of like the Harry Potter musical.
Do you get to be in a
people
scene with him?
and Star Kid people.
That's fucking
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. I get to be in all the scenes with him, with all of his scenes.
Does he do
with him.
YouTube stuff?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe you could put in a word for us.
Dude, but I'm so excited because first of all, Sean Astin is a legend.
Yeah.
He's Mikey from Goonies and Rudy from Rudy and Samwise Gamgee and like just countless
And
other
Bob.
and Bob.
Bob.
But he's also like, for me, this is such a huge deal because he's the last of the hobbits I haven't met yet.
You
You met them
all the other hobbits.
I feel like
yeah.
it's not that hard to meet Elijah Wood when he DJs in LA.
Yeah, I mean, but also he goes
He
to like
does?
all of these like. Yeah, I watched him DJ at Comic-Con.
Wow. Oh,
Hodor,
that's
Hodor DJs too.
I watched
That's
Hodor.
DJ Hodor.
amazing.
DJ Hodor,
Hodor. Really?
Yeah.
Saw him out of a.
Dude,
Is it like dubstep?
one night at
I
Comic-Con,
haven't seen
there
it.
was DJ Hodor upstairs and James Vanderbeek DJing downstairs.
James
I don't know who James Van
I don't
is.
want
That name sounds familiar, but I don't know who
that's
it is.
the Dawson's Creek
Dawson's
guy,
Creek.
Oh, I
right?
never saw Dawson's Creek. Is that any good?
He's on a show
No.
that like it's like what would Diplo do or something, or like it's like a I don't know. It's like he's making fun of Diplo.
I
He's
always
like,
get Dante or what is it?
Bosco?
Dawson's Creek confused with Dante's Inferno, which I get confused
Okay,
also with
that is
with Twin
the
Peaks.
most-
Okay, I met Elijah Wood. So Elijah Wood goes to like nerdy film festivals and Comic Cons and stuff. It's not hard to bump into
Cool.
Elijah Wood around here. But Billy Boyd, who is Mary,
Mary. Pippin.
Pippin. I saw him recently at a Halloween Horror Nights event. That was the first time I ever met him. I
Was he
freaked the fuck
cool?
out. So nice. I met his son. His son's awesome. They're big horror nerds, and so they
cool.
were. And I think he's in a
That's
horror movie or
awesome.
something. I don't know. And then I met Dominic Monaghan, who was Mary.
Hey.
At E3 like years and years and years ago.
Dominic Monaghan was in Lost.
Lost, yeah.
Yes, okay.
Oh, okay. So okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. And
So-
they were all very nice.
They were all very nice. Yeah, all of them were nice. My stories aren't.
Who's the meanest
interesting.
celeb you've ever met?
The meanest.
Someone that you're like never meet your heroes. That kind of moment.
You know, I've already talked about this, but Eric Wareheim was mean to me.
Who's that?
Dude, I went to his show and it sucked.
Really?
Yeah, it was not funny. It was not good.
What'd you do? What'd you see?
I saw their
Like a Tim and
goodbye
Eric thing?
show.
It was like a Tim and Eric.
It was a
thing?
Tim and Eric live show.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow,
in Los
and it
Angeles.
wasn't good.
It was super boring.
Wow.
Super boring.
Yeah. It
And
was,
you're a Tim and Eric fan?
I mean, I appreciate that style of comedy. Like, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I'll watch an episode. It's like Eric Andre.
Yeah.
You know? But
You a bigger fan of Eric Andre
Yeah.
than that?
I think Eric Andre's miles funnier.
Interesting.
But
yeah.
I do think Tim and Eric are more creative.
Yeah. I mean, I love Tim and Eric stuff, but Eric, do you know who we're talking about?
Now I know.
Eric
when you
the-
guys said Tim and Eric, I was like, oh, okay,
Master of
okay.
None,
Yes,
Master of
yes.
None, yeah.
That's disappointing. I figured he would be the nice guy.
Yeah, I went to a screening of that movie Spring Breakers or something.
Oh, he was in that movie?
No, but he's like a huge
The Oliver
fan
Stone
of-
film?
No, not Oliver Stone. It's God damn it. I am
Spring-
the worst today. The guy that Harmony Korine.
Oh,
Harmony
okay.
Korine.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Sorry, not Oliver
So
Stone.
yeah, it's like have you seen it? James Franco's in it. He's playing like Riff Raff basically.
No.
And it has Selena Gomez,
Selena Gomez.
Vanessa
No.
Hudgens.
What?
Yeah.
What is this movie?
It's like a really weird artsy
Wait, what's it
a
called?
long time ago.
Miami
Spring
movie,
Breakers.
Spring Breakers.
No, wow, that's so weird.
It's
I mean,
about
it
these,
also
like,
sounds like something I'd never watch,
It's about
like
these kind of
just by the title.
like,
Yeah.
conservative girls going to like Miami
Yeah,
for
yeah.
spring break.
Yeah.
And then they get caught up with like a Riff Raff type
A riffraff
character. Yeah, you know, but no Riff Raff the guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Riff Raff, doesn't he have a farm full of
Jody
dogs?
High Roller. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I love him and I love Yellow Wolf.
I don't know who Yellow Wolf is.
I am that motherfucker. Lord, give me that deuce I'm on the roof like a chimney
I've
sweep.
got a Jody High Roller story. I've got a Riff Raff story for you when we're not on mic.
And with that, we're going to cut to another mid-roll, bitch. Oh, well, I had a question, and it falls back to sort of like the pedophilia stuff.
Great. Why are we... Okay.
Perfect. Let's get right back into it.
Imagine we're in a world where animatronics, AI, have increased exponentially, and you have, like a sex slave that you're with.
What? Okay, first of all, why do you have to note them like that? So they're robots.
So you have
they're
a
sex
sex robot.
robots.
It's turned into not just having like a sex robot, but it's like...
Because it has AI, because now it's intelligent and it's self-aware.
So you have your own sex slave.
Right, because now it's aware. Okay.
Do you think we'll ever get to a point where they have to create laws around what you can and cannot do with
a robot?
They're talking about it right now. They've
What?
been talking about it.
Already?
It's crazy. It's called robotic ethics or something. Robotic ethics.
Who's in
I don't
charge
know.
of talking about that?
Probably Stephen Hawking, right?
I think it's like I think there's a whole committee of people that are like trying to figure it out. I mean, because it's coming for sure.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking's on that?
Well, I remember...
He's a little biased. He's basically a robot himself.
Didn't Stephen Hawking say that robots were going to kill us all?
Yes, he basically sent out like the scientist ordinance thing like a couple years ago where he was like, listen, every hyper intelligent person on Earth, listen right now, AIs are going to take over. Like they will take over. So you need to stop right now.
But this is the thing with Stephen Hawking. Like, I know he's smart as fuck. I know he's extremely intelligent, and he's written amazing books about space and the universe and time and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like at this point, he's so hyperbolic that it's like I can't tell if he's like losing his mind or if he's
warning the universe.
Or well, okay, there's three things. Either he's losing his mind, he's warning the universe, or he realizes that the only way to get his name into publications now is to say shit like, we're all gonna die from aliens.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell anymore.
I mean, the scientific community still definitely holds it.
Respects him.
Yeah, and I would
Well, of
say
course.
that I guess it would be kind of hard to say that he's shitty as a fellow scientist. Like if you're a fellow scientist, you're like, don't listen
Well,
to
who would
Stephen
say- yeah,
Hawking.
who would say that?
Yeah, even if he is fucked up.
I
Yeah.
think they just hope that people make up their own minds.
Right now, I'm all about, like, I used to be all about Stephen Hawking, and it's not like I don't like him. It's just he's definitely taking a backseat to, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Ooh, Manil.
Neil.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's amazing.
He's
Dude,
so cool.
I witnessed Neil deGrasse. I witnessed a moment in time that like I'll never forget. With Neil deGrasse Tyson in person, he was just talking to this like child that was in like a NASA.
That's my guy.
What?
That's my guy I wouldn't want to get allegations. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You talking about him and the child made me...
Fuck.
Yeah, immediately.
All right.
Yeah. He's probably not. He's fine.
my
He's a
God.
scientist.
God, I hope so.
He is a scientist.
You know what, man?
No,
I hate
no.
I hate giving your like. I think something's already been said, but I think something's already.
You can't say that.
That's so
Wait, no.
sad.
What? Where'd you hear this and why?
I don't know. We'll look it up.
Look it up.
Might not
Google
be
I don't
it.
have my phone with me. Do you?
No, Google it
I
later.
seem to remember something about like
No,
him in
this
college.
can't-
Something happened in college or
this
something.
can't.
Oh no.
Not even in college. Could he be a bad guy?
Let's look it up.
Please don't.
But I witnessed Neil deGrasse Tyson talking to a kid in like a NASA outfit.
Cute.
And it was at an event for
Space.
some space book or something. Yeah, and there were all these people surrounding him, like waiting to talk to him or take a picture with
Yeah.
him or something, including me. But he was talking to this kid, and the kid was like, "What's happening here? Were you guys drinking water?"
the kid was what?
The kid was like talking to him about space and spaceships and rockets and stuff. And Neil was so
Pissed.
You know, he's we're on a
Manil.
first name basis. Manil. No, Neil deGrasse Tyson was like so engaged and he engaged. Like you've seen people talk to celebrities
Just
or
once.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like they're usually like okay, or like
Yeah.
they have their canned response for people.
Oh,
but
that's
like,
so good.
Yeah, but
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I
I really
gotta go
appreciate
now.
that.
Or like my favorite is Will's thank you to people when like they go like I've witnessed someone come up to Will and say like, Will, I'm such a big fan, I love you at SourceFed, and he goes, thank you. Like, but it's not disingenuous, it's just that's what it sounds like. Like he's just nervous and doesn't
Yeah, he doesn't know what to
He
say.
wants to
Yeah.
make them laugh with that too.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
don't think he's trying to make. I don't think it's
Oh.
a joke at all. It's just
just him naturally
in
being
his
anxious?
hand-
Every
in his-
time I
in his
see Will now,
head-
he just comes in the room like,
yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, he's just. I think he just in his head, it's a legitimate thank you.
Yeah.
But outside of it just sounds like thank you.
Yeah.
Just like he's not
He's,
okay.
all right.
he's trying his best.
But anyway, so I witnessed Neil deGrasse Tyson talking to this kid, and it just felt like for this kid, this is definitely like the defining moment of his career. Like this kid's gonna grow up and be some astronaut or scientist or something, and he'll never forget that moment that Neil deGrasse Tyson was like engaging with him about space.
Yeah,
like it just seemed that way. Like I don't know for sure, but it just seems like when some scientist grows up and they say like what's his name from
Bill
Cosmos?
Nye.
Who's the guy from Cosmos?
Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan. Yeah, they're like Carl Sagan. Like one time I met Carl. Like even Neil deGrasse Tyson has a Carl Sagan story where he met.
This could
Carl
be the next
Sagan.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That's what I'm saying. Like I might have witnessed that. It was such a wonderful moment to see.
You remember
Now
that
let's
scene
see
from
if he's
Rick
a
and
piece
Morty?
of shit.
You remember that scene from Rick and Morty? This sort of plays into what you're doing right now, where that prince of that little tribe of the guy that tried to like rape Morty in the bathroom. And then they uncovered a box of like terrible pictures or videos or something, and they're like, just hide it. It's about who he means to everybody, as opposed to letting them know
what he actually does. Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson accused of raping a former student. No. Well, I mean, since the downfall of Harvey Weinstein, the movie producer who has been accused of sexual harassment or assault of more than 40 women, people all around the world have come forward to talk about their abuse by men in power. The most recent name on that list is popular astrophysicist and science communicator Neil deGrasse Tyson. So why, though?
So why though?
Yeah, why?
Why though?
The accuser is Chia Amet, a musician, healer, and teacher who says she studied galactic astronomy in the graduate program at the University of Texas in Austin. She wanted to become the first black female astronaut. In a blog post in 2014, she claimed she was a grad student at the same time Tyson was there, and that he drugged and raped her. Ahmet said the alleged assault started when she went to his apartment to visit, like she did almost every day. He offered me a glass of water. I accepted a liquid in a cup made out of coconut shell. I recall coming back to consciousness briefly. Then the next thing I remember is seeing him in the hallway the next day. I have lived this nightmare for 30 years, and it stops today. I know this will be difficult for many of you to believe, understand, or to know. However, this is the truth. Those who know me well can attest to the fact I've lived with undiagnosed PTSD for at least 25 years. She also said Tyson was the reason she didn't further pursue her dreams of reaching the stars and becoming a full-fledged astrophysicist. He talks about obstacles of reaching his goal of astrophysicist. Did anyone slip him and make... Okay.
Oh, my God.
That's so sad. No more idols.
Well, we have to remember, they are allegations.
Yeah.
And...
But you're supposed to...
You're supposed to... That's the thing. You're supposed to believe the victim.
You must.
And that's the dangerous part, but also the part that you have to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We have to... I mean, it's crazy. We have to change as a society. We have to, we actually have to just listen now. And we can't just instantly discredit. We can't instantly discredit. We have to believe. I mean, there's dishonesty out there, and there has been proven incidents of people being dishonest.
It's unfortunate that the shotgun effect of believing people is the way we have to go.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is it doesn't work with the law, really, and it doesn't work with I mean, everyone's like, go to the police, but it's like you hear about stories of people going to the police, and then rape kits take 6 months to get results back and shit like that.
And even that's not
there's
accurate.
Just all this red tape and shit, and it's just...
Well, Alyssa always gets hers expedited.
Well, she has to know.
Yeah. I think that's crazy that Neil deGrasse Tyson...
So hard to recover. And
that reminds me of that improv class we took at SourceFed, where it's just you'd have to tell a story and you start on one side and then the other, and I would just throw a twist in every time, and the teacher was just like, "No, fucking stop! You fucking."
That's your moment in the car when you're trying to bluff.
Yeah.
So,
that's right. Because before Raina got here, she was actually normally I'm here late.
Yeah, I was late. That was my bad.
Yeah.
I called her and I was like, "Yeah, I think we're gonna have to cancel. Steve was in a terrible accident."
I'm like, why? No.
You at first sounded like you really believed it, because you're like, "No." You'd be right. There was a little bit of
hesitation. I was in the car and I was juggling a few things, so I was vulnerable, I'd say.
And I took advantage of you with my power.
You did.
Well,
it
now
was unfortunate.
I'm gonna get into a bad wreck on my way home, and it's your fault.
And I wouldn't care. No, I would. That would be a devastating loss. I would definitely shed a tear.
You know what it would be? It would be a friendship loss more than a devastating one.
Yeah, but you're someone I look up to. I think you're probably the funniest person I've met.
Really, man?
In my entire life. Absolutely.
Thank
Same.
you.
I guarantee you that.
My heart.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody funnier than Steve Zaragoza.
Aw, you stop it.
And you're
So that would be a
funny
bummer.
100% of the time, which is what's insane.
Stop it.
Stop it.
My heart.
Same.
Yeah, I would definitely. That would suck.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we don't have to keep talking
I would get
about
over
me
it.
dying.
We don't have to
I'd
talk
get
about
over
sad
it.
shit anymore.
Like,
All
it
right,
wouldn't-
well,
it
we're
wouldn't
over it
work.
then.
Well,
be over
yeah,
for a
you
while.
get over it. I mean, I've had family members that are dead that I'm completely over.
Yeah,
it.
I would get over your death in probably a shorter amount of time than I would say a family
Like
member.
a family member, yeah.
But like it would probably
like
be
for sure.
it would probably
yeah.
take a week
Yeah.
at the most.
Like if you died like next year, maybe in like 5 years, I'd like forget you died.
For sure.
And then someone would be like, "Oh shit, Steven Subject came up the other day," and I'd be like, "Oh fuck,
He died.
I forgot he died."
Yeah, that would suck to go out that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
I forgot
forgotten
that dude
after
died.
5 years. Yeah.
Who's someone that?
But I think it's gonna happen. I think that's happening. Like, you know who Mickey Rooney is?
No, I know
He's
who
like
Mickey
a cla-
Rourke
he's a
is.
Mickey Rooney is a classic
I've heard the name.
actor in so many movies and classic films, and he's been dead for a while, and I forgot he died.
Did you forget Marlon Brando died?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But I mean, like, it's because I don't think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I know he's dead, but it's like if you were like Marlon Brando, I'd be like, oh yeah, he's dead.
You don't forget JFK died.
You definitely don't forget
No.
JFK died.
Well, it's because his death was a spectacle.
Yeah.
Who do you think killed him? Who do you guys think killed him?
Was
it the Zodiac?
J.J.
The
Abrams
Zodiac.
Argyle.
Chamber knows Go Girl.
Jarl Girl.
The Go Girl from Gone Girl.
John Wilkes Booth.
I watched the video of that JFK assassination for the first time, and it was so traumatic.
Oh, because it was released. Right. I forgot about
My
that.
brother was like obsessed. Wait, no. There's nothing new though, right?
No,
Oh, I thought the
right.
files are like public
there's some
now.
stuff they didn't
is
release,
like,
though.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So, but
don't
it's all like in a bundle, though, right? Like
everyone's
it's like,
pretty clear on who killed him.
There's like all this stuff about how like the Zapruder film had like missing pieces or whatever. I don't know. It's just there's so much controversy surrounding JFK's death. It's
Yeah.
probably the answer to his death is probably a lot simpler than.
Oh,
we-
absolutely.
we
People just love a
it out to
Rubik's
be.
Cube.
Yeah. But I think like my brother used to be like super obsessed with the JFK assassination. Like he would read books and like he was like super obsessed with the Oliver Stone movie and you know, I think he was in college doing like papers on it and stuff like that.
But it's like, what's the point? People already know. It's just they're just drawing monsters on the margins right now. It's
Yeah,
like
pretty
not,
much.
You know.
It's sad and terrifying and scary, but you know.
but it wasn't the big conspiracy everybody wanted.
Maybe
it to
not.
be.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's not. And the Zodiac Killer thing, that's pretty much solved too.
That's so
to some
funny.
extent. People know that it's Arthur Lee.
Like you think
Whatever
that's
his name
for
is.
sure?
It's
Wait, what is this? It's
Everyone's
like a new
pretty
report
sure.
that came out or something?
It's
What's
like
this?
kind of like 5 years.
his timeline in prison very much affected the timeline of the Zodiac and their actions. And there were other things I don't remember exactly what it was. They dove into it in the movie. And
Did
also
you ever
like
see the movie Zodiac, the David Fincher movie?
I did.
I love that movie.
It's what was my favorite David Fincher movies go Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, #1. Which
What?
Is, I know. It's I can watch it over and over again. It's just my favorite David Fincher film.
That's so
Really?
that's so strange.
I
to
know.
me.
It's I think it's strange too. I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Like Fight Club
That's not even in my top 5.
What?
7.
7's my second.
Oh,
favorite.
but it's hard
Well,
to watch now.
It's not. I think
I mean, at least in 7, Kevin Spacey is
The
a
bad
piece of
guy.
shit.
He's the bad guy.
villain,
so. It goes Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Weird.
7.
What is this list?
Please don't tell me that fucking
Gone Girl's next.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good.
Gone Girl.
Please
I
don't
don't.
tell me Benjamin Button's on there.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I forget that's a Fincher
Wait,
film.
then what would
Oh, you know what?
top off?
What about Panic Room? You like Panic Room?
Oh, I
didn't know that was a
love
Fincher
Panic
film.
Room.
It's not in my top 5. I would say 4th would
But
probably
you love
be.
Power Women.
I do.
What about The Game? Have you seen The Game?
Haven't.
It's so good.
The Game, is that the one
It's a
where
Michael Douglas movie where, dude, you'd love it. You guys know about this at
No.
all?
is it a murder
what's-
mystery in the winter?
It's it could be if you want it to. No, it's like, dude, it's about this like world where you can pay to you pay a lot of money and you can like get someone involved in like a fucking elaborate prank, but it's like you can make it to the point where like people will pretend they don't even know you and they don't know who you are, and so like someone like does that to Michael Douglas, and so the whole movie he's like stuck in this like basically like life-sized escape room.
What?
It's like an
What the fuck?
escape room
Sounds like a
movie.
small version of
everyone's-
Truman Show.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's in on it except
Everyone's
him.
in on it, and he has no idea what's going on, and he keeps getting these like clues.
Ew,
and things.
I'd be so freaked
And he's been
out.
in there his
I'd
entire
hate
life?
it.
It's no. It's just like suddenly one day, like he's just in this game.
Oh.
Yeah,
I love
really
It's a little bit like
it.
Saw, too.
yeah, a little bit.
Huh.
Should see it. Fincher.
I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's his first movie.
I'm not a huge fan of Danny Boyle films.
Okay.
I don't like Train Spotting.
Okay.
nor the second one. And I'm also not a huge fan of Slumdog Millionaire.
You like Ryan Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I liked Looper a
I
lot.
like Looper a lot also.
Looper's great. I hope he does more films that aren't Star Wars in the future.
I think he's going to do a lot of Star Wars.
He's doing a lot of Star Wars. He just got booked for a whole trilogy.
Yeah.
So his future is Star Wars, which
Yeah.
is, I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
The real director I think that everybody should watch out for the foreseeable future is Denis Villeneuve.
Watch out
sure.
for, as in
Sure.
pay attention to.
Sicario.
Ooh.
Prisoners.
Well, also, as
you need to
always-
see Prisoners.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
both
what
need
is
to
that?
see
You
fucking
keep
Prisoners.
saying that.
It's
yeah.
so good. It's with Hugh Jackman. Who's the other guy? Jake Gyllenhaal, who's actually pronounced Yillenhulen. That's actually how it's
No,
pronounced.
Is it Yilin Hulin?
Yeah, that's what he said
Yillenhulen?
on Conan, I believe. And it's
Jake Gyllenhaal.
And it has.
Do you think we should start calling him that?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, probably.
We probably
And then
should, huh?
He also,
like
there's
Gal
also
Gadot,
Gal Gadot.
or it's like Gal Gadot.
Yeah, like a
Gadot.
buffet.
It's really that's really
Gal
how you say your
Gadot.
name. I think it's
Jimmy
Gadot.
Buffet.
Gal Gadot.
Is it Gal Gadot?
Yeah,
I haven't seen Wonder Woman. Is it pretty good?
you should see it.
Yeah, I've heard. I just don't like
That's
women.
good. If you don't like, do you like superhero movies?
No,
I
I'm
haven't-
starting to get tired of them, to be
So am
honest.
I. I've been tired of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it because from forever I don't enjoy superhero movies. I like science fiction. I don't like superheroes.
Yeah.
I like X-Men because I like kids having powers
Yeah.
and
I like
learning
Chronicle.
it.
I
yeah,
watched,
yeah,
did
that
you
kind of
guys see
shit. I love that.
Valerian?
No, I heard it was a
No,
very
but-
aesthetically
Watched
pleasing
it.
movie, but it was bad.
I heard from everybody that it was garbage as a movie, and
was
that it
really
tried
fun.
it tried so hard.
It was fun for so long, and then all of a sudden, like Rihanna, like I forgot Rihanna's in it. and
Okay,
she's,
yeah,
like,
that was a
character.
surprise for me as well just now.
That's no good.
Yeah, but she was fine for like
Really?
As soon as she's introduced, you're like, holy shit, Rihanna looks fantastic. She's amazing as always. And then she turns into this like CGI blob thing, and then it's like, oh no, and that's where the movie goes.
So
to
it wasn't
shit.
fun like John Carter was fun.
It was no. Have you seen Fifth Element? Because Luc
Of course,
Besson,
yeah.
Luc Besson, that's who directed
Okay.
the Leon the Professional.
Oh, and he also did Fifth Element.
Yes, he did Fifth
Okay.
Element. So if you like Fifth Element, Valerian is very much like a new Fifth Element, but it's
bad.
like, but bad, yeah.
But doesn't Valerian have like a cult following over in Europe
Yeah,
or
'cause
something?
it's,
Like
a
it's a
comic
book.
book.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
comic book
Oh,
that
it's a
like
comic
inspired
book.
Star Wars, basically.
I
Like,
see.
there's like
There's some
frames
OG
that straight
ties.
up were like Star Wars.
You know, sometimes they make a bet. It worked with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Well, what's weird is sometimes, like, okay, so the source material, you try to get as close as possible to the source material, right? Like,
Yeah.
whether it's the comic book, a book, like Lord of the Rings or whatever. But, like, what really works with what's happening in almost modern technology, I think, is original stuff. Like, Avatar was good because they wanted it to be 3D.
Last Airbender.
Exactly, the one with the
The Last Air Brother.
The Last Airbender. M. Night Shyamalan's worst fucking movie.
Yeah.
Did you know he made the live action Avatar, The Last
Yeah.
Airbender, and it was like a horrendous racist mess?
Yeah, I'll never see it.
Yeah,
Are you
no,
guys
I've
excited
never
for
seen
the Shyamalan universe?
Yeah, dude.
What's that?
Shyamalan came out of fuck nowhere and made like an amazing fucking movie with Split.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Split?
Split
Oh.
is probably one of my favorite movies. of the
Wait, you
year.
guys really liked it? It seemed
blew
like
my mind.
really.
I loved it. James McAvoy.
Oh,
I was so
he should've been-
annoyed.
I feel like he should have been nominated for something.
I think he should have been too.
I was so annoyed by all the ads I got for that movie. Like, I was so annoyed, and it got so cheesy for me because I
'cause
kept
you
seeing
were-
it over and over and over.
Did you see the movie?
No, I didn't because it annoyed me. That's the
right.
point.
Dude,
This
that was
is
my
what's
Halloween
happening.
costume.
I know, and I didn't.
Hedwig.
I,
yeah, I was like, I got blue socks. And
Oh, is that because you had the shaved head? Or was
Yeah.
that before?
do you want to kiss? Am I a good
So
kisser?
you were the little
Yeah, I was
kid.
a little kid. Yeah.
But you're
Dude,
like
it's
nose
so
was
good.
all.
You have to see
Okay,
Split.
I'll see it. Okay,
It's-
and is it
it's-
scary?
No, it's just like
Oh.
intense.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets intense.
Okay.
It's really cool though.
Cool. I'll
It's
see it.
yeah, tension building. A lot of tension.
Gotcha.
Well, where can
Love
we,
that shit.
I think we're probably gonna wrap up soon. Where
Oh,
can we,
nice.
Where can we find you?
Already?
On different places.
you
We're on
just
Nerdist now.
Yeah. Well, it was just a temporary thing while Jessica Chobot's
Pussy.
out of town. Yeah, Jessica Chobot went to Japan.
Oh, cool.
And so I filled in for her while she was gone.
Nice.
But you never know. You might keep seeing me soon.
Hell yeah. Well,
There
Twitter.
might be talks. Yeah, Steve Zaragoza on Twitter and all
Yes.
the other
And you're
socials.
verified, right?
Yeah.
I hate this conversation. We're never gonna get verified.
That's okay.
I have a
Twitter
whole
canceled
conversation.
verifications. I guess.
Torty Cloud is a
Oh,
new
yeah.
show that I came out with that I'm very proud of.
Oh, I thought that was a one-off thing. That was so funny. when you
No,
were just
there's
eating.
so much more.
So did you eat those apples?
Yeah.
And just
I left them, yeah.
no warning to anybody?
No, but I actually ended up buying them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's
good
a hero
on you.
story then.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
great.
And that guy just watching you guys argue on the phone.
Yeah, that guy, like I keep going into that Whole Foods and I see that guy and I'm just like
Do you want to give away the message of Torty Cloud or?
no. Because
No.
there isn't. I mean,
Well, it's important to draw from it what you can.
here's the thing. It basically comes from a place of absolute nonsense initially, and Mackenzie and I, we just go nuts and we just run out with a different director and they just direct us doing a bunch of different shit and we basically do whatever we want. And then Owen gets it and Owen turns it into a narrative, and Owen has the whole story in his head. There's 3 episodes done and he has like an arc in these 3 episodes, and it's there, but I can't tell you what
It's
it
just
is.
hard
That's
to imagine
awesome.
an arc.
There definitely
We're
is
excited to
one.
see the next ones.
And it makes sense. And actually, the plan is to do 6 of them,
Like Band of Brothers.
like Band of Brothers, and the 6th one might shed some light on something.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you should do that.
We'll see.
Be your creative director for this.
We'll see. I want you to
That's so
direct
cool.
one. Will you direct one? I'm serious. I'm fucking serious.
That would be so funny. Yes, please.
I want you to direct one too, Raina.
No.
Holy shit.
Would you do it? Why not?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want everybody I know
That's
to
so
direct
funny.
one. Just be like, dude, go, like, think of a location.
Oh, it'll fix it, so it's okay.
All you have to do
it'll
is
fix it up.
You just have to think. Yeah, that's honestly that's what it is. It's like Owen will do whatever the hell he'll do in the editing room, but you just think of a location like the beach or whatever or a mall, and then we just go, and then you tell us where you want us to go, and if you have an idea in your head of something, like Brett Register directed one that's coming up. It's the 3rd episode, and he was basically like, I want to direct you and Mackenzie at in the end of your relationship. Like, you guys have a relationship, and this is the last day. Like, you guys are about to break up or something, and this is it. And so that was his idea, but like what it ends up being is like totally not that. But you know, you can have fun
But you
with
have
it.
to
Has a
start
life of
somewhere,
its
and then it
own.
just
Yeah, it starts-
evolves
Yeah.
into something else.
Yeah.
That's
Before
amazing.
you go, I want to call upon you just a brief favor. I don't know if you've ever had Tony Revolori in a video before or anything.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Does he go on your YouTube videos or anything?
Yeah,
Does-
well, we hang out, he's my
you hang
friend.
out, yeah. Do you guys talk about us or anything? Because I don't know if that's something you'd want to like. If
You want to get Tony in your videos?
maybe one.
Yeah, we can. Let's all hang out. We'll
I
talk.
don't like
Yeah?
you fingering that while you're asking him for
You know who
favors.
talks about you a lot to me is Nicholas Hamilton from It.
Really?
Yeah, and Finn. Finn mentions you too.
What?
From
That's
Stranger Things, yeah.
amazing.
Shut up.
I swear to God, I'm not lying.
Hey, dude, shut up.
I'm not lying.
Shut up.